Hi everyone, this is Lily Lamore, also known as Majestic Oracle, and I'm doing a video today on client confidentiality. The purpose of this particular video is to help you all stabilize the foundation needed for a successful business with the type of workings we do. Now, we're unique practitioners, and with the field that we do, sometimes or most of the time, our business is heard via word of mouth. But in this day and age, and with the internet, there are more things and more ways that our business can get heard across the world. And what's important is the rapport that you have with your customers. So when your information about your business is said, is in a positive light. So let's go over a few things that we can do to definitely ensure having a business that is one that is reputable. I know a lot of times we don't talk about these things, but it's very important to have a comfortable and safe rapport with your client. It's important that your client comes to you and gets a response from you that is, it's okay. I'm here, I'm going to help you, and I'm going to do my very best to make you feel safe and feel comfortable. It also is a way of helping you to protect yourself and keep a trail of information on your client. I do this because, for example, I did hair. I kind of still do hair, but that's another topic. And I always kept records and still keep records of my clients because there's always a progression happening. And in our spiritual work, we always need to know what the progression is because we are like spiritual doctors to those seeking spiritual healing. And you want to keep a record of what's happening with that client so that you know, okay, it's just like having a BOS. This particular ritual works best for this particular person because her energy or his energy is a particular way. And so, in order for me to have the best results happen for them, or for them to find the best results and we work together, I need to do this particular ritual at this particular time for whatever purpose it is to get the best response to get what they need to happen. So that's one of the things that is important as to why keeping record is important for your customer, but also having a client confidentiality agreement. It states that you're going to keep whatever you're doing for this customer and whatever information provided to you from the customer is kept private and sacred. There are practitioners who have no qualms about sharing information about their customer, and that leaves a stain. It not only leaves a stain on their particular business, but it leaves a stain on the business that we do as a whole. A lot of times people think we're scam artists. As a collective, those of us who are genuine about what we do, we're not scam artists, but there are those out there who charge an enormous amount of money and they produce no results. And then when the customer comes back to them saying nothing changed, instead of trying to figure out why or what happened, because they're scam artists, they belittle their customer. They go on blast and Facebook bang, YouTube bang, internet bang, say some horrendously disgusting things about their client in order to try and save face. And I've seen it recently. I have talked to other practitioners about it. Some practitioners feel like it happens mostly to women. I don't know if it does or does not. I just know it happens and it needs to stop. So let's discuss some of the things that are needed and the why for a confidentiality agreement so you can protect yourself, and so the client can feel protected. What is the purpose of confidentiality agreement? And it's to protect the identity and privacy not only of our clients but of ourselves. It helps to protect anyone who is also assisting and working with you. You may have a particular way of having your work produced. There may be something unique and special about how you do your ritual, even if other people do that ritual, but you add a little twist, a little flavor to it to make it your own. And you don't want anyone else to take that and claim it as theirs because it belongs to you. And so this confidentiality agreement in that regards is protecting you and your work. Now, if a client comes to you with something like, say, it's a health issue and it's a dire situation, and that is something that they don't want other people to know about, you having a confidentiality agreement states that you're going to keep that secret with yourself and maybe your staff member who knows, and with the client. It's not going to get out. It's just like if a client goes to a psychiatrist or psychologist or whomever, and they're sharing some pertinent information, you know, they don't want that to get out. They don't want that to be shared. This is something that they probably have a hard time in themselves explaining to you, let alone having to hear it come back onto them, either from you in a nasty tone, or come back onto them from hearing it from someone else. So keeping the identity of your customer is important, and keeping the identity of the situation as to why they have come to you is highly important. Confidential information should never be discussed in the presence of third parties. That's, if you're discussing it with possibly, say, someone who assists you or you're mentoring, and there's another person, even if they're a spiritual practitioner, coming around and they're intervening in the conversation, whatever you're discussing with regard to your client, that should not be discussed with the other practitioner. The only time I would say that you might discuss something, you don't give the person's name, and you only give the pinpoint details as if maybe you need some assistance as to what to do, because it might not be something that you're traditionally initiated in, and you may want to actually tell your client to go see another person, and you're handing that person off or over, and you're doing it in a protective manner. For certain things like that, I would say that's okay, but at first you should always inquire with your client if he or she is comfortable with that. Always make sure you're leaving your customer in a state of feeling safe. As a life coach, I have been taught that when I studied hypnotherapy, there were certain things that I was taught about keeping my customers safe. It's always about being safe to make your customer want to come back to you, because there's a certain energy that you provide that they cannot get anywhere else, and it's a nurturing one. We are nurturers. I know some people think that this is just way too much. I'm just going to do the ritual. I'm just going to go and do the spell and get it over with. But honestly, if you take these little steps and make your business unique in this way, your business would mean more to other people. Your brand would have a certain ring to it, and your business will grow. That is something I promise you. That is something that businesses that you see succeed, whether it's in the spiritual work we do, whether it's a multi-million corporation, the fact that they are so geared and making the customer feel warm and welcome and comfortable is the fact that they get return clients. And that's the whole process in this. We never discuss getting return clients. That's the whole point of doing this for a fee. It's not so much that you're trying to always do it for money, but you want to have return clients because a lot of us, more than anything besides getting paid, we really enjoy doing the work. If you don't have the clients, you don't have the work to do unless it's just yourself. And most of us that I know really enjoy doing the work and helping other people. So you want to make them feel good. You want to make them feel safe. So in your confidentiality agreement, there should be some terms. And you list those terms. And that you list, hey, I have a mentor. I mentor one or two or three different people. They may understand and know your situation because there may be times I might have them assist me in assisting you. So they have to sign off on that. So you want to look at that. You want to also make sure that they understand what you are doing and understand that, some things that you do may take a period of time to manifest. Some things that you do may not take but a couple of minutes to manifest. Whatever it is, they need to walk away from you feeling good, feeling safe, and feeling fulfilled. So these are the things that you but you should instill in your practice to make your business grow. I really feel like if you take some of these tools that I'm providing to you, that you will honestly see once you start instilling them daily into your practice, you will see a return and a response that will benefit you and your business threefold, fourfold. I mean, it's just going to be filled with so many return clients that you're going to always say, you know what? This is my foundation. This has worked for me. And you're going to find yourself saying to other practitioners who are new to this, you're going to find yourself saying, if you want your customers to return and if you want them to feel safe, then this is what you do. You set a standard. You have to be ethical in this business. There are so many people who are not. I recently heard of someone really destroying their customer because their customer came back and said, what you did not work for me. So this person went and destroyed publicly their customer. That's damaging. It's not only damaging to that person's business, but it's damaging to the look of who we are as a collective of spiritual workers. Now, granted, you can make your own confidentiality agreement. You can set your own terms and you can set your own purpose and you can set your own information on what you receive from the customer. But I guarantee this, if you keep a record of your customers and what you've done for them, consider it like a customer BOS. If you do that, it's also going to help what you put into your BOS, and it's also going to help you as a practitioner strive and grow and develop into a magnificent spiritual worker. So I hope you take that. This is just a little excerpt. I just felt it was necessary to do because of what I heard. And I hope, your business grows, and I hope your customers feel safe with you. And if you have any further questions on things you could do to strengthen your business and for it to achieve success, you're more than welcome to inbox me and ask me questions, and I'll be happy to respond to you. And we can definitely get together and see what we can do to bring you success. And if you don't mind liking my video below, I'd appreciate it. So go ahead, give it some thumbs up, and success to you all. This is Lily Lamore, once again, also known as Majestic Oracle. Oh, and be sure to tune into my radio show, Majestic Oracle, every third and fourth Tuesday on Innerlight Radio. It's a satellite radio station. We're really excited about it, so be sure to tune in. And again, this is Lily Lamore, also known as Majestic Oracle. Be safe and be well.